Well, congratulations on a really hard-fought victory against a legend of the game in Melvin Manhoef. What did you make of the exchanges in there in the early rounds? Because it was like a chess match in there until you figured out the right way to go about it and take it to the ground and get it done in that third round. What did you make of the task at hand in there?
Primeramente, felicidades en su victoria. Cuando empezaron esos primeros rounds, era como un juego de ajedrez. ¿Cómo te sentías tratando de averiguar cómo iba a pelear Melvin?
Thank you so much. I very good preparation for this fight. Yo me había preparado bien para esta pelea. Ya había tenido un campamento completo preparándome para él y fue la pelea que sabe que no se dio en París.
Thank you very much for the congratulations. I had a full camp already in preparation for Melvin, and this fight was supposed to take place in Paris.
Respeto mucho siempre a mis oponentes y esta no era la excepción. Maybe es un oponente de consideración, ya que he tenido una gran carrera y una carrera bien longeva.
I respect all of my opponents, and he was no exception to this. You know, I did everything that I had to do for somebody like Melvin at his caliber.
Sabía bien cuál era su deficiencia, dónde tenía sus déficits y cuáles eran sus partes fuertes.
I knew exactly what his flaws were, and I knew what his strong points were.
Así que me estaba tomando mi tiempo para estudiar un poquitico y seguir aprendiendo dentro del octágono.
So during the fight, I took the opportunity to kind of study my opponent. I respect him a lot, so I watched him. I saw how I was going to end up fighting him.
Pero sabía bien dónde se iba a acabar la pelea.
But I knew exactly when I was going to finish the fight.
Así que me tomé el tiempo, seguir aprendiendo, viendo las opciones, probando dentro del octágono cuándo debo hacer ciertas cosas y cuándo no, y sigo aprendiendo.
So I took my time studying him. I was learning from him in that moment, and I just sought the opportunity of when I was going to execute.
Así que ya mis entrenadores me dijeron, bueno, vamos a terminar esto, y ya en el tercer round tomamos la decisión de terminar la pelea y lo llevamos al piso y terminamos con elbows y ground and pounds.
You know, after the fight, or during the fight, my coaches told me, okay, it's a good time to end the fight now, and that's when we took it to the ground and finished it.
You're very passionate about achieving that two-weight world champion glory that you're seeking in the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. Just in terms of who's potentially next for you in light heavyweight and then who you would target when you drop down to the middleweight, who are two opponents from light heavyweight and middleweight that you're targeting?
Estás muy apasionado de estar en 185, 205. ¿Quién serían los siguientes contrincantes en 205 y 185 para usted?
Bueno, ahora mismo estamos pensando, eso es para la gente de 205, así que relájense un poquito, tomen su tiempo, ahora vamos a ir a 185.
You know, right now I think, all the 205, they can chill out, they don't have to worry about anything. I think we're going to make the move to 185 right now.
Ahora lo que estamos mirando y se está, como decimos nosotros los latinos, lo que se está cocinando es la discusión del título en 185.
Right now, you know what us Latins say is what we got cooking is we're thinking of really trying to chase that title at 185.
Y si se diera esa opción en discutir el título en 185, me gustaría discutirlo aquí en Europa.
And if the opportunity does rise up of, fighting at 185 and challenging for the title, I'd love for it to be here in Europe.
La fanaticada aquí en Europa es fantástica, es increíble.
The fans in Europe are amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
El calor te invita a ir a pelear. Sinceramente te invita a que le dé a los fanáticos eso que están esperando, un show.
The heat, the energy that's coming from the European fans is amazing, and it fuels for me to come back here and fight a great fight.
Para mí, en mi opinión, no debes de terminar una carrera deportiva si no vienes a pelear Europa.
Personally, I think that if you can't finish your career without fighting in Europe.
You mentioned the European fans, but the Irish fans, you said it afterwards. How good were the Irish fans, not just tonight, but all week?
Mencionaste que todos los fans europeos son excepcionales, son excelentes, pero mencionaste los fanáticos irlandeses. ¿Cómo te pareció la energía esta noche?
Brutal, tal como me lo esperaba. tal y como esperaba. Ustedes tienen esa energía, ese amor, esa pasión y conocimiento de las artes marciales mixtas y había que darle lo que ustedes esperaban.
It was amazing, brutal. That's the literal translation. It was brutal, right? The fans are amazing. The great thing is that the fans know mixed martial arts, and what I came here was to give them a show.
Are you going to have your cookies with condensed milk now?
Ahora sí se va a comer sus galletitas con leche condensada.
Absolutely, yes.
Congratulations, Yoel. I don't know if you heard Carl Moore, an Irish fighter on the card, called you out after his win. Is there any possibility we could see you fighting him here in February again?
No sé si escuchó, pero Carl Moore, un peleador irlandés 205, después de su pelea esta noche, dijo que quería pelear con usted. ¿Qué piensa de eso?
No, thank you so much, but no escuché eso. Estaba concentrado en lo que tenía que hacer, estaba concentrado en el escalón y en el peldaño que tenía que subir hoy, así que, pero dile a él que tiene que esperar un poquito porque ahora voy a moverme abajo.
I'm sorry, I did not hear that he actually called me out. I was extremely focused in my fight. I was focused on taking the next step in this division, but I think he's going to have to wait on making that move to 185.
There was a moment at the end there where Melvin's daughter was obviously upset at what had just happened, and you went over to comfort her. What was it like to kind of switch from, the man you are in the cage to all of a sudden, seeing her and looking after her?
Hubo un momento en la jaula donde sus hijos de Melvin estuvieron destrozados y pasaste y le ofreciste un cariño a sus hijos de Melvin. The rest of the question, I'm sorry.
¿Cómo puedo cambiar?
What made him do that?
¿Qué es lo que te dio compasión para darle un abrazo a su familia de Melvin?
Primeramente tiene que emanar el amor y tiene que emanar y dejar que sueltes lo que verdaderamente somos, seres humanos.
First and foremost, you just have to give love, and this is something that we do as human beings. We just give love.
Soy padre, tengo hijos e hijas y sé lo que se siente cuando un ser querido te ve haciendo lo mejor de ti por ellos.
I'm a father, I have sons, I have daughters, and I know what it feels like to see somebody that you absolutely love just go through a hard time, and they worked so hard for something, so I can see, and I've been in that situation already.
No es solamente el dolor de la pérdida, el dolor de los golpes que puedes obtener en el combate.
It's not just the pain of losing, it's not just the pain of the strikes that are landing on you.
Sino doloroso.
And on top of that, you end up having a loss. That's the true painful part.
Y más ahora que era su última pelea.
And especially now being his last fight.
Entonces estas cosas como quiera me conmueven.
So things like that, this is what moves me.
Pero yo tengo que hacer mi trabajo.
But I also have to do my job.
Después que termino mi trabajo, entro en la parte del ser humano.
After I'm done completing my job, that's when the human side of me comes in.
Yeah, last question here. Any truth to the rumor that Jake Paul wants to fight you, or you may want to fight Jake Paul?
¿Hay verdad en el rumor que Jake Paul quiere pelear con usted o que usted quiera pelear con él?
Yo peleo con el que me pongan. Ahora hay que preguntarle a él si quiere pelear conmigo, con la bestia.
I fight whoever's in front of me. Now the real question is, does he want to fight with me, the beast?
Ya se lo ofrecieron una vez y él dijo, estuvo que sí, back and forward, sí o no, y al final tomó la decisión que no.
They offered him the fight already, and he was back and forth, yes and no, and obviously he said no. Thank you.